Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thanks for watching From Grind to Shine. Today, I'm going to be cutting some Boulder Opal, and this material comes from Queensland, Australia. It's really beautiful stuff, and I was really excited to see this larger piece especially. Just under the surface, it did not disappoint me. This first wheel here, I am mostly just grinding away material that I don't need, or making a shape that I would like out of it. I really like making this kind of material into fun cabochons and some freeform shapes, just kind of following the opal within the stone. This particular one here had a very large piece of opal in the middle of it. And as I'm grinding these stones away, I'll every once in a while clean them off with some water, just so that I can see the surface and see what I'm working with. Opals are my favorite stone to cut, and in the 7 years that I've been doing this job, I've gotten to cut some beautiful gems, and I've learned many things along the way. And now I've made it my goal to share this art with all of you. And so, to show my appreciation to you, the viewer, the first 100 subscribers to my channel will be entered to win a stone that I cut. And to my first few subscribers, I thank you. Now, Boulder Opal forms in an ironstone matrix, and they are beautiful mixtures of opal and iron, and sometimes they have a wonderful pattern that gives these stones a great contrast with the host rock. They can be rather tricky to cut and polish, as the layers of opal can be paper thin and sporadic. But the work can be well worth the reward of seeing a gem unfold before your eyes. And I personally find a great satisfaction in bringing beauty into this world, even if it's just making a pebble pretty. Speaking of pebbles, one of these smaller stones broke in half, so I made it into two. And the other stone isn't really going to cut very well, but I'll still try. I'm on another wheel here, another coarse wheel, and I'm just making the surface smoother and smoother as I go along. The first two wheels that I work on are steel wheels that are diamond embedded, and they're mostly for grinding away material and making my shape. The next wheels are softer and have a little bit of give, so that the stone kind of takes on a nice rounder shape. And I have to go through each stage for each stone in order to make it a nice and even surface. And it takes a bit of time to do, but it's a fun job to do. I've learned to do all my work by hand. Some people who do lapidary work know that you use a dopstick for smaller stones, but I've ended up just learning to use without a dopstick, and I enjoy the process of creating gems just by hand. And in that process, I'm essentially making tiny little circles with the stone as well as on the wheel, and that's going to ensure a nice and even polish once I get to it. Making sure that each texture on the stone as I'm going from stage to stage is crucial. If it's not even, then it's going to show later on in the process. And this is that softer wheel that I was talking about that has a little bit of give to it. And this wheel, a lot of the stone really starts to show, and you get to see what you're going to have as your end result, more or less. It's nice to see the stone when it's wet too, because then it gets to show you what it'll look like when it's polished at this stage. This video today is about 5 hours of work, and every second is about 30 seconds in real time. So I appreciate you for watching me do the work that I do and make the art that I make. If this video does well enough, then I'll try to upload more often and not just from a phone. And if you have any questions or any stones that you want me to cut, then please comment below and let me know. If you like the video, give it a like, and if you think someone should see it, share it with them. I really have always loved making art and being able to bring into this world something beautiful. And I think it's truly a gift to be able to see potential beauty in even the small things around you. So to bring it to life is a task worth undertaking. And it's not always going to work out how we hope. I know from experience. But it is that experience that builds in us a resilience to failure. Being willing to fail is not a trait many have. What helps is if you practice. What's best is if you also find joy in your practice. And as they say, if you love what you do for work, you won't work a day in your life. And on these next wheels, I'm just going to be cutting and polishing further and further, making the stone surface smoother and smoother. Really, it's just about making the stone shiny at this point, and I'm just making sure that I'm keeping those surfaces even and essentially scratching them consistently. And these wheels I really like working on. They're fun. I actually switched to a smaller machine as well to just make the process go a little quicker. These smaller wheels were a little bit in better condition. But yeah, the stones, they end up cutting rather easy, even on this wheel. You know, you probably could have ground away even some of the dirt on this wheel. It's just I don't like wasting the wheels away too much. And I also I don't like using a dopstick, so I just keep on using my hands and making small circles, rotating the stone in my fingers. It looks rather interesting over a time lapse now that I watch it, but I think that it ends up being rather fun to see the process complete. And there I'm switching over to the next wheel. And this is the last wheel that I'll be working on with this project. And it's probably my favorite wheel among the lapidary wheels on these machines. Just, it it really starts to shine the stone, and you can start to see it. You'll see in the end what I mean, but this material really does take a nice polish. And here are the results. I think they're beautiful. Thank you for watching from Grind to Shine. I really like how this one turned out. And of course I drop it just a little bit, but the stone's okay. This is the side I thought was going to turn out good. It's kind of funny that the side I was least expecting turned out the best. That's life sometimes. It's a really good pattern. Probably one of the better Boulder opals I've cut. Thanks for watching, and until next time.